on my journey right now. But enough about me. Let's get back to this here where we are. And you have brought, is she in her Andara form with you there, Valor?
Yes, I see Andara. Is
What is she doing while
she's
we're talking?
she's caressing the hair of my sister, my other unicorn hybrid. We're hybrids of unicorn and griffins, and our feet are of the griffin. And so she's just she's just enjoying being around us, and we enjoy being around her. She loves
Mm-hmm.
unicorns, even in the 3D it shows, but it's because she was around us during a previous lifetime. And she would ride us too. And we would allow her to ride us, and we would go in the air. Um, it's part of
Well,
childhood with her.
how about giving her a ride now? Are you able to take her on a little flight around the forest?
Yeah, she's already on one of my sisters flying through the red mountains already, having fun. It's funny you say that. And I'm trying to stay close by just because I don't want to lose connection with you.
Okay.
Flying next to them.
Yes, let's not go too far off. You tell them to rein it in a little bit, huh?
Yeah. And she's there we're on the ground now.
Mm.
Come off, and she's hugging me and kiss me on the side. Um, you know, and she's just curious. She just keeps looking at my unicorn, um, my horn on it because I have crystals on it. She's wondering what type are they because
Are
there's
you able to touch her head with your unicorn horn? Does that do anything for her?
yes it does. But she's just curious what is it made out of. But it's just that some of these crystals are not available on the 3D. They're not. They're from another dimension. But
Beautiful.
she's just mesmerized because she's never seen such a color on a
Mm,
crystal. Um,
beautiful. Are you always with her there?
yes, we tried to peek. And matter of fact, when she goes to the crystal tower, we're always trying to fly near the tower to see whether she will spend time with us. We love spending time with her, and we've shared many lessons with her.
Mm, beautiful. Does your sister have anything to say to her? Or are you the spokesperson of your little crew there?
I can have her speak. I can
I mean, I
speak.
love talking to you, but I don't want, I want them to feel special too. Your brother, perhaps as well, or you can tell us about them, your brother.
So my sister is here. Her name is Tara. She is
Beautiful.
she is quite bubbly. I am the eldest. Valor. I'm the eldest, so that's why I wanted to speak to you. Um,
Yeah,
I
thank
can
you.
have Tara speak.
Okay, don't go too far now, Valor. I
Call,
still want to talk to you.
just call Tara's name.
Hi, Tara, are you there?
This is Tara.
Hi,
Hi.
Tara. Blessing, sister. I love you.
Hi, this is Tara. I'm the orange one.
Oh, yeah, you're orange.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What do you have to say to Andara?
Oh, I love her. I love spending time with her. Oh, she's so cute. I'm a little bit more flirty. I'm not like my brother who's so serious. I'm just a girly girl.
Yeah.
I've been telling Andara to be more feminine and not wear too many pants in the 3D.
Yeah, some flowy dresses and skirts.
Yeah, but she says the 3D is getting cold now, and so she has to dress more conservative.
Well, she can have a nice wool skirt with some wool stockings underneath.
Yeah, and I was telling her where we are in the dimension, it's always daytime. There is no night. There is no moon, and so we get to dress how we want to dress, and there's no winter. There's no season where we are.
Mm.
It's just always perpetual summer.
Sounds like my place to be.
She says it's so grand, it's so wonderful.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. And do you want to tell her anything about how you connect with her here in the 3D? I'm pretty sure you're.
Yeah, I just love her energy and that she remembers us.
Are you?
Tara, I'm just very playful
Uh-huh.
and I love to play and have fun. But I'm very grateful she remembers us. Even in 3D, she was drawn through the unicorns and she has them in her house, she said. That means a lot to us. So she doesn't forget us. And I just want her to be more playful and more childish. she's so
Beautiful.
serious in the 3D.
Yes, it's tough.
I want her to
Are
have
you?
fun. I want her to
Mhm.
have more fun, just to like leave. She was telling me she has children there. That's wild. And I was telling her to leave the children with the partner and just go have fun with you and just be kids like you were kids. Just be without all this, what do you call it in the 3D, responsibility. Just so grown up.
Yes, they put a lot on us.
Yes, she was telling me all the work she does. And
Mm.
I was telling her not to use her childish ways. She needs to be free. Like you and her should just go do something fun. Go to Egypt or something, and go get some energy so you can see us more. You need more energy. You need to go to the vortex.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Egypt. It's like no big deal.
She says, don't forget, like Ethiopia is important because Yeshua spent time there and nobody wants to talk about his real origins. But this is that Yeshua was definitely Sephardic. He did not like look blue eyes, blonde hair like they depicted him. It's all a farce.
Okay, so can you please explain that? Because I had a session with another client. She described him looking like that. Is that because that's how she imagines him? So what did he look like? And can you explain this for us?
So the thing is, this is of course Tara, but the thing is, like, there's different dimensions and in a metaverse. So there's Yeshua is in many different versions. You know what I mean? So in for Esther for 3D, she sees him Sephardic, but there are people that see him as a Pleiadian star being, and they see him as Sananda. That is another version of Yeshua. Yeshua has more than one version.
Yes, just like we all do.
Just like we all do, yes. I know one person wants to just say, this is how it is, and that's it, and say, okay, I got it. But we live in a metaverse. And getting a grip of that isn't easy. We are blends of many things. Every one of us, even in 3D, I know that in the 3D, or what do you call that? The government, those leader, the people that tell you what to do and how to do it, stuff.
Yeah.
They want to keep you like not only dumb you down and they have like a negative word to call dumb down, but they also want to keep you like, you know, like you're not powerful, like you're nothing. And that's not true. You're very powerful. You're talking to us in another dimension right now. This is power. Not all beings can talk with other beings multidimensionally, but humans can. And even the word human is so limiting. And it's one of those government words that they use to try to keep you low. That's not even your name.
Yes.
You're powerful. You have source in you, and you're full of light. If you only see yourself the way we see you, the unicorns see you, we see you full of sun, like a walking sun, full of light beaming. Everything inside you is just full of life. It's like a walking sun, literally. And so you can do so many things. And it's true what Esther told you in the 3D, that there are beings that cannot be near you because you're too bright. And I don't mean that in like an ego way. I mean like in an energetic way.
Yes, because they're filled with dark entities.
Yes. And sometimes they part ways. There are people when you get in the car that if they were going to cross the street, they turn around and go the opposite direction because they feel the energy. Your energy beams and amplifies.
Yes, I definitely have noticed that through my life.
Most people that just don't want to talk to you is not because they're being mean to you. It's because they're concerned that the darkness will get transmuted inside of them. They're trying to hold on to the darkness. And you give so much love. It just spills over and over the cup. It's so wonderful. You're creating a great surface where you are. They don't even know it.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you see this. I appreciate that, Tara. I love you dearly. Thank you.
And don't be afraid to wear some florals. Wear something flirty. You wear a mini skirt. I think you should.
You're so funny. I
but
try.
Than you. You know, I'm just so like girly girl, and I love Isis. Isis will walk in the forest with us and bring her daughters, and she would tell you like, don't hide your beauty. Just flourish everything out. There wasn't this sort of like thing in the 3D where women cover up so much. They don't even want to show too much of their breasts. But it's so beautiful. The roundness of women's breasts is the feminine energy. Okay, so it's so beautiful. And it makes men literally swoon.
Does that help transmute any dark energy in them?
Yes, it does. Because they can't think of anything else but your breath and your out. They try, but they can't.
Yes.
I know. I know it's unicorns, but I also am part griffin. And love is really important. And so I just don't, many of the unicorns I know they talk very pure, and we are, but love is so pure, and it's goodness. And we don't see it like in the 3D, like a dirty thing, or like a, what do they call it, sexy thing, or we just see it as like passion, like a deep color. We see it very differently.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we have a different way of seeing love in our realm.
So Tara, do you have somebody special that you love? Are you planning on having baby unicorns one day?
Yeah, I had my eye on a griffin, but he wasn't gonna hang out with me because I'm half griffin and half unicorn. And he didn't like the unicorn part of me. And I was telling him, it's all good, you know?
Well, that's crazy that, so what we have here goes on there, but on a whole nother just level, same difference, huh?
Yeah, I have to talk to my big brother, see how that's gonna happen. We'll see. But you know, I really do like the griffin. I know that I'm not fully griffin. That's okay. I told him not to hold it against me. You know, this
Yeah.
is like a pure race or whatever. Over here, we're all mixed and hybrid. Even in the 3D, you're all like cosmic soup.
Cosmic soup, yes. What about the dragon essence? Are you connected to the dragon?
Yeah, I do hang out with them. You know, they're my buddies. You know, I think in the 3D, you call like friends like homies,
Yes.
something like that. Yeah, great. And they're so wise. And I would love for you guys to see them. But you know, since the whole thing where you guys were trying to kill them, not only you, but others in the past try to kill the dragons, they didn't want to
Oh.
spend much time with you because of the whole situation that happened. You know, they're still, I wouldn't say they're bitter about it. They've moved on from that, but they definitely do peak sometimes in the 3D. Esther sees them once in a while. They they don't peak completely, but she can see like the etching of them in red. This happens during the twilight. I'm telling you, twilight is the best time. Get your popcorn out, girl, and go see what you see during twilight in the beginning, during the dawn. It's the best time. You can see everything. You can see angels, you can see dragons, you can see ships. A lot of the Pleiadian ships hang out during this time. It is so much fun. The sky is just so busy in your 3D, but most people don't spend the time. They just think, oh, you know, I'm sleeping, and they sleep through the best time, and they need to be awake during this time. You should go to bed
Yeah.
early and wake up early. Like you should go to bed like before 9. Seriously, like between 8 and 9, straight to sleep. Don't do no clients, nothing. So that you could wake up around this time and see the full effect. You're gonna be blown away, you know, because and take pictures because you know the 3D, nobody believes each other. They all want proof. And we're there. We're looking at you. We're staring at you. You just can't see us. We're just right there. Like, you know, it happens to the mermaids too, by the way. They're always staring at you people. When you go to the beach, they're all there at the shore. They're all googling at you, and you're looking straight at the horizon. They're like, we're right here, you idiot. And you can't see them. It's one of those.
Beautiful. That's very beautiful, Tara. Thank you for that. Clear?
Yeah, clear. Fowler says I should give up the mic to him. Well, he says that that's a funny thing for the 3D, that you guys have something called a mic. Yeah, he says that he should talk.
Yes. Okay, well, Tara, thank you. And I hope that we get to connect with you meditation. And also, I know you have another brother there. And I also want to make sure Archangel Zadkiel is still protecting our electronics, making sure we have a beautiful Am I speaking with Valor?
This is Valor.
Hi, Valor.
Hey,
Tara?
I tell you, Tara is a bit more bubbly than me.
Well, naturally.
She is a girly
She's a
girl.
girl.
Very
Yes.
girly.
And you love it.
Yes, she does bring a fun aspect to when we fly in the other dimension. It's
Beautiful.
very fun. And we still have our, a bit of, we're conservative about her dating a griffin. We'll see. We told her there's no dating in our realm. They will have to get married.
Whoa, old-fashioned ways. You guys don't, get to know each other a little bit. Maybe,
Well, the thing is that they want to meet right away. And we want to make sure that he will take care of Sarah. The griffin says that he needs to talk to his elders. See, marriage is very different, even in the times of old. There was advisors to making the right decision. In the 3D, people get married and nobody advises them whether this is the right or the wrong person. No one even checks whether this person has a criminal activity or anything. They just go on. But here we are a little bit more observant, make sure that everything's okay. Except Esther tells me that in some communities where, like the Jewish community, which has a heavy elfin, elf-like community, there's a few elves and things like that, elder elves in there, and Pleiadians and all kinds of things. They are a little bit more like us in that regard, where they get advisors and they have a matchmaker. And that is also in some indie communities, you were saying. They're interesting. Yes.
Mm.
So there are communities that still adhere to the old-fashioned ways. Now, old-fashioned ways is just being careful and protecting the individual, not necessarily infringing on their choice. They make the choice that they make. We're fine with it, whatever the choice. We are benevolent beings, but we do advise them. And so they know, okay, this person, maybe this way or that way. Advice is important.
Yes, indeed. So are you able to maybe, take him out for a glide and see how he is with your brother, get to know him a little bit before you let your sister?
Yeah, we'll go on we go flying together and we'll have talks together, and he'll tell me about his realm because naturally he wants my sister to go to another realm. We're trying to figure out whether she will transmute and become a griffin herself or not.
Oh, wow.
She could actually move her shape. She can change her shape and become a griffin. That way she would be able to blend more with the griffin community.
So she must connect to your dad pretty much if she's drawn to these griffins. Well, the daughters always look for things like their fathers, do we not?
Yes, the dad is very much involved in his marriage. It seems like that's the way it's going.
Oh boy.
And so, yeah, so there'll be a celebration, and it will be fine. It will be fine. And I am grateful you're interested. We normally don't get the privilege and honor to talk to a three-dimensional being. Our lives are very different in the dimension we are in.
I like to think I'm a bit of a matchmaker. I don't know. There's just love, just the feeling of two people and that powerful feeling of love. It just makes me so feel giddy, I guess.
Right. But
and hopeful.
That the griffins have a different role to play than the unicorn. And so I've explained this to Tara. She has to understand that she'll have a different role to play. And it's much more responsibility. It's
Mm.
different, but there are certain things that the Griffin must do. And it's a hierarchy. Most people don't in 3D Earth don't understand the hierarchy of the angelics and the different realms that they are. But there is a hierarchy to everything.
Are you above the Griffin?
I am a hybrid. I'm kind of like in between, and in between they call.
So let's see. If your mother is a unicorn, wait, did you say your mother was a unicorn and your father was the Griffin, or do I have that backwards? Your mother is
unicorn, and my dad is a Griffin.
right. So your mother, her role, does she have a serious role that she plays?
She does. She does have, and she can move certain things between dimensions. The Griffin also can do certain things, but it's at a much higher level. There's some other levels that he's doing other things, and there are times when in your, what do they call the NASA people, those the people in the government,
Astronauts?
that they see things in the 3D. Sometimes you're looking at a Griffin energy. They don't even know what they're looking at. They think they know. And then they call us by different names and things. They don't really know what they're looking at. And most of the stuff that they're looking at is not everything. They're just on all. They're not really seeing everything. I heard that between this year and the next, they might see everything, because there's certain celestial spheres that are going to be seen by you people, because as the light is getting, basically, the vision, your eyes, you only see a little portion of reality, but little by little you're seeing more and more. There are certain spheres that you're going to be able to see, and then your leader people are going to start giving them names and say, "Ooh, we discovered this." You haven't discovered anything. It's always been there. It's just now you can finally see it. So we always get a giggle of that.
Yes. Yes, we think we know so much here. It's pretty crazy. Beautiful. Thank you for that. So, do you want to tell us anything about your brother? How special is he?
Oh, yes. He is definitely very different. Not like Tara. Tara is more bubbly. I'm more serious, so they say. They are younger than me, but they all have their bit of quirks. They're a bit different in personality.
What's his name?
He's making me laugh. I'm asking him if it's okay to say his name.
Does he want to share, or a nickname? He doesn't have to give his.
He's quite shy, but he's making me laugh.
Well, you don't have to give his name. We can keep him. You want to just describe what he looks like? Does he look more Griffin, or does he look like a unicorn, or do you guys all look the same?
Slightly different. Tara is definitely orange. It's like an orange unicorn, but has griffin feet. I have griffin feet, but my skin it's white with blue patches on it. And my brother, which is my younger brother, I don't mind telling you his name. I was just asking you if it's okay. But we don't like to infringe, not even on each other. We always ask if it's okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah. His name is Valinor.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
I'm saying, I'm asking him if I can describe him. He has so he has white, but he has white and blue, but his blue is darker than mine. Um, and he um his the unicorn horn on him is slightly different. It's a purple. It's purple.
Oh,
So
nice.
mine's white and Ara's is actually bright red.
Oh,
We're,
wow.
we're multicolored. Most people think unicorns are just white. I know. That's another farce on the 3D. So,
Well,
um,
I know I grew up watching My Little Pony.
yeah, so we come in different colors, obviously. These
Yeah,
are our colors. But I'm asking, oh no, I feel he he says to call him.
beautiful. The connection nice and clear. So, Valor, did you want to tell Esther anything else that she needs to know that will help her? I know she's going to love hearing this when she listens back at it. Is there any special messages?
Just for her to know that we definitely appreciate her remembering that she's gotten these little, unicorn little statues in her home, and that is something that she got. They're not realizing why. It's because she used to play with us in the Red Forest, and so we were very close to her, just as close as the fairies, if not closer.
Oh,
Just love spending time with her, and we will have fun, and we were able to cross her between dimensions at times. So because she was always very curious, even in Atlantis, we were literally have her cross dimensions with us in the etheric realm. So yeah, so that's where this comes from, and we wanted her to know that things around you that you surround yourself with in the 3D, there is a reason for them. It isn't just childish play or just a whim. It's things that you have done before, things that are in your past, in your history, as far as lives that you have lived in the past. It's not a coincidence. There really aren't any coincidence.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that. Um, what is Esther doing now in the forest with you guys?
She's just hugging Tara, and Tara's cracking jokes again with her, wear more feminine clothing. She loves Tara's playfulness. Tara is very bubbly, very feminine, and Tara keeps asking if she could teach her some of Isis teaching because she loves the feminine side. Oh, and she's saying that she loves the color gold, and she's just really fond of Isis because Isis will come to the Red Forest as well.
Well, is it ironic that her last name is Gold?
No, it's not ironic. It's actually something that to remind her that she is one of Isis' tribe. It's not a coincidence. There are little things in your 3D that happen to remind you of your past, kind of like a hint, like a clue,
Mm-hmm.
like a clue, try to remind you of what you were in your past, so that to trigger your memory. But many a times your memory will come when you get attuned, when you have these experiences And crystals are a big part of it, and herbs, and just getting more into nature and being around people that are high frequency is super important. So all of these things, they start catapulting your frequency and changing you. So that's really important. And not spending too much time with people that are toxic and not taking it personal and not judging them in yourself. All of that is just a waste of time. It's just focusing on what you need to do to keep your vibration super high. Because the thing about that is that when your vibration is high, it helps Gaia, it helps your other brothers and sisters, even the negative ones that are like really toxic. When there's somebody positive, even if they're running to the other side, they get a piece of it anyhow. Even if they don't like it, they get a piece of it. They get transformed. That's why they're running, literally.
Yeah.
So because it doesn't feel good. Or if they get angry, I would not take that personal, because the anger is just, I believe Esther was telling you something about cognitive dissonance. So anger is a change of belief when a person is faced with the spirituality head on, and they may be religious. Religious is just a programming in your 3D to keep you caged. But be honest with you, you cannot be caged, because you cannot cage sunlight. Eventually the sunlight will get out. So you just can't. It's just like a temporary, almost like a lot of these belief systems are chains, and it's horrible, and many people don't realize that they're literally praising their aggressors. They don't know. They just don't know.
Mm.
And so we like to see people more free in the 3D, able to make their choices and not be so guarded by all these, what they call laws. Is actually a lot of tyranny in your 3D. How the leaders steal from the people, steal their money, steal their food, try to steal their children. All this stealing going on has to stop. People should be free to make choices in a benevolent way, without having any infringement. Be as sovereign as you want to be, without anyone coming and trying to take something from you. It's just it's just really strange. The 3D is so polarizing, and many of the unicorns stay far away from your 3D. They don't even want to come and talk to Aurora. It's very hard. They shy away. They do talk to her, but they shy a bit away. They're very shy. It's because unicorn's essence is very pure. It's not polarizing. The light is very amplified, the high frequency, and so that's why. But it is necessary, and they're coming around. Rora did get to speak to one of the unicorns. They're so beautiful, so eloquent.
Yes, I know that I took her magical creatures course, and I got to study and learn and got sacred symbols and stuff to connect with you. And I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, but we love you. We all love you. We know the work that you and Rora, and even Esther in her own way, has been helping the collective. Most people don't understand. Even raising your frequency, it is such a gift. It is such a joy for the rest of the collective. It helps Gaia. It helps the planet. It helps everybody in the planet. Everybody comes in contact. This happens. I mean, I watch from afar. I can't feel very clearly, but I do see from afar sometimes some things that even she does. But there was a lady that came, and she had the star of the elements in her. And everyone told her that she was ugly, that she was the worst. And Esther let her light shine so bright, and that woman felt loved, so healing. And when she healed, Gaia healed right underneath her feet. Gaia literally felt so much joy because she felt that one of her children had literally, like, some of the darkness literally fell out of that woman's body. It just ran out. And most people don't understand. Even a little kindness into the darkness would be so healing for the collective. So healing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And she didn't feel ugly anymore. She felt loved and cared. And she realized that those people are being foolish. So these types of things are very important. You know, your family is not only those that are near you, we're all family in a way. Even the negative, fortunately, they have their, it's like another way, but you who have this beautiful high frequency light, by even shining it near these other that are not there, you get to help them, you know, and it's not going to feel good. And yes, they're going to go kicking and screaming, but eventually, you know, they come out of the darkness and into more of the light. And that's what they really are. Some of these people that are leaders that have all this darkness, they have some source light in them. Not all of it is darkness, but it's very dim. And so, you know, there's so much going on in your planet, so much.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
And the leaders, yeah, some are beyond repair. That is true. That is why some of them are getting transmuted. Literally, as we speak, there's people in Alaska. There's still people in Gitmo and other places where they're being transported and they're being cloned because they don't want the population to be in shock that this individual's no more. They're still playing it like a movie to make sure that all the players are still in their spot. Because it's a huge chessboard. On one side, there's benevolence, and then on another side, there's malevolence. And it's like you're playing a chessboard of who's going to win. But we know that the big battle was won, and we are in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of wisdom, the age of information. So they know that they have a losing hand, that they're not going to win. It's a positive timeline. But it is, as much as we want it right away, it takes time. You know, if we change too fast, then a lot more people will get transmuted. And so this time that's being given little by little is to allow people a chance. You know, Aurora spoke about this and a few others, about giving people a chance to shake the darkness. There's some that are working, that are learning. There's so much going on. But everyone is helping, everyone.
Beautiful.
Even right now, while we're speaking, all these things, all these truths, it's healing Gaia. Gaia, when we speak truth, Gaia smiles. Gaia is so happy because it's so much that needs to be said. Words are healing too.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that. I wanted to ask you again because it's slipped my mind. I wanted to talk about your mother again, your mother, the unicorn. What does she look like? Can you describe what she looks like?
So my mother, unicorn, she is actually a color of white, but not completely white. It's different. It's not So most people in the 3D realm, they see color white and they just see one color. But in our realm, white is many different colors because there's many different types of white. You know what I mean?
Yes, my husband's a house painter. Egg white, off white.
Right. So she's more like a rose white. She has a tint of like pink in her. She is white colored, but she has like a tint of rose. That's the best I can describe it.
Beautiful.
She has quartz. She's a mixture of sun quartz and there's another type of quartz in her. Her horn between it's made up of different types of crystals. They reflect and catch the sunlight. She has a different role to play than I do, but she's definitely been helping with everything that's been going on.
Can you talk about the role that she plays briefly?
She's just trying to help the collective with everything that's happening. The unicorns help in a different way. They help with interdimensional things. They help with movement of passage. Have you ever seen a rainbow in your sky? A rainbow?
Yes.
When you see a rainbow, there's always unicorns on it, but you normally don't see them. But they're always there. Mm-hmm. So when there's that specific rainbow, it does most people don't understand, but that rainbow, it happens in a specific time and it opens specific portals when they happen. And if people were to pay more attention to them, but people are, the busy lives, they're not really looking up even. But if you were to look when it's certain rain and just keep looking up, sometimes you might catch a little glimpse, a little tiny glimpse when it's about to open from the cloud. Because that's when the unicorn steps into the actual rainbow. I think Esther almost caught it on a picture. He almost did. It was so close, by the way. He almost did, but it was beautiful. There was actually a cloud, and it wasn't a cloud. It was a little tiny piece of a unicorn. She almost caught him. And so it was close, very close. And so they are in a different dimension, but still most people need to realize is that all dimensions are stacked on top of each other. So if you pay attention, you might catch a lot of them. And they bring joy. They bring positive energy into the 3D. They bring a lot more than most people don't understand. These are different. I know people consider those like archetypes, like the joy, the happiness. They describe us in feelings. Mm-hmm. But we definitely do bring the fighter. There's also a bit of the unicorn that's a bit of a warrior. We bring in that punch of positivity. I wish I could describe it better, but there are times where things get really gloomy in your 3D, and all of a sudden it gets light, and even people's emotions switch. It's normally because there's a unicorn around you, but you don't see him, but he's around there. And so they try to kind of lessen the density, lessen the heaviness, the gloominess. And so that is a type of warrior, if you will, a type of fighter.
So would you say that your mother is some type of a warrior, her role?
Yeah, I mean, unicorns, they don't fight like, and in the 3D, the way they fight in their picture, I think they call them movies or films or something, but it's like the way they fight it's with some kind of guns or stuff like that. That's
Mhm.
not how the unicorn fight. He fights differently with his presence. By being in a specific place, his frequency transmutes negative frequency around it. Just the presence of a unicorn is quite profound.
Mm.
And that's really what it is. And so even the crystals that have unicorn energy, when you have them, they can stir up and amplify certain things. When Esther was there and there was the the rainbow, she had a peacock ore on her. So she was able to catch like a more insightful glimpse than other people because she had the unicorn energy with her. And then there was an actual rainbow. That's all correlated together. It was this type of synchronicity, letting her know that, not only are unicorns real, but that she has a background working with unicorns. She used to work with them together. And so that is that is really what's going on. It's almost like the universe and everything telling her, this is part of your role to keep this high frequency, to be that warrior, to mimic the unicorn. And so
Mhm.
that's all part of it.
Mm. Beautiful. Okay, so um, I'm gonna try to wrap this little story part up really quick. So your father is a griffin. What role does he play? Does he play a similar? You say his role is different than your mother's?
Yes, his is different. He's in the other realm.
He
And
doesn't stay in the same realm with you?
not always. He does other jobs that he has to do. It's almost like a dog. Like daddy has to go to work. he goes and he goes to the other realms and he's with the other griffins. And they battle things out there in the other realms to try to make sure it doesn't ripple to the other places. So there's the griffin is definitely a type of guardian, and they do help transmute a lot of negativity and a lot of stuff happening, but in a different way. And so I don't really get into a lot of it with that. Some stuff is quite secret, even to me, even though I'm a hybrid. But I do appreciate the fact that he is guarding some of the realms, and it's really important. And griffins and
Are there other hybrid griffin unicorns as well?
yes, there are, but we don't come around too often. We're super shy. I only came around because I just love Esther so much. And I wanted her to understand that not everything is perfectly mythology the way it's been described in your 3D. There are also other types of beings that are hybrid. We're all not solid one thing or the other. And in a way, Esther is also a hybrid. I just want to let her know that hybrids are beautiful and they're special in their own uniqueness. They're very unique. It's kind of like a super, we have mystical creatures, but hybrids are like even more mystical because we're a mixture of things. But we don't always come around. And many people don't know we exist. They don't even
Would
know.
you
They
would
don't
you
know.
call it majestic?
Yeah, they just don't know what we are. They don't even know that this is. So we wanted to come around to let humanity understand that a metaverse is many different things and they are hybrid. And all hybrids, all creation is beautiful. We're not to be feared, and we're not a savior, but we're in the fight with you guys. But we also want you to know that, we have a type of collaboration or symbiosis with you guys. So we're all working together. And we want humanity to understand this. We want them to know that there are other beings that are hybrid out there. They're fighting to help the collective.
Beautiful. So it's okay to it's okay to share this part then?
Yes, it's important that they understand that they are hybrid beings between unicorns and griffins. It's time that they know. They only know in silos, but this will help them to understand the metaverse better.
So it's not just a virtual game.
We say it like that because they don't want people to take it too seriously. But they also want people to understand that if it's a game, that you should be able to control it better. It's a type of control. They want you to take ownership of this game, of this. That's why they say it's a game, because they want you to understand that you can participate better, be a better player, kind of power up more.
Interesting.
This all came from the Galactic Federation. All of this that everyone's going through in the 3D came from them. Because everywhere you look outside of Earth, it's 5D. But it won't stay like that forever. There are going to be changes. It's already changing.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's another thing I wanted to know. You mentioned about the Galactic Federation. I recently heard that they're the ones that are helping the Greys. So is the Galactic Federation actually here to help us, or is it part of the distortion illusion? I mean, can you clear this up a tiny bit?
So in the Galactic Federation, there are some that are for, and there are some for against. It's not only them, but everything that you see throughout creation. It's hard to see who are for you and who are against you. It's part of the polarity. But what you need to have so you can discern if you ever come in contact with them it's a few things. Number one is a benevolent being will not infringe on you. That means they won't take from you. They will act. Also, the benevolent being will not just hide information from you. A benevolent being gives information. They don't hide information. These are clues to help you discern when you deal with them. And third, benevolent beings that are for you will be in the side of helping the collective in service to others. Now I know that there are those that say that those that are benevolent and those that are malevolent are keeping the collective in this dual reality. There has to be an understanding of that the benevolent, all they want is to ensure that people can have the choice. When the malevolent comes, they want to take choices away. They want to trap you. They want to siphon your energy. They like to feed off people and things of that nature. So it's important that people are empowered but that they know how to discern between these different types of beings.
Beautiful. Thank you. That so there's polarity in everything.
Yeah, even the Galactic Federation, unfortunately, there is polarity. And so everyone thinks that the entire Galactic Federation is either benevolent or the other way. But nowhere does anyone understand that they're a hybrid of both.
That our information can filter. Sorry, what was that? You said something about a hybrid of both?
Yeah, so as much as you talk to if you talk to many different entities, understand the discernment, understanding if they're benevolent or if they're the opposite, and understanding that even though they say they're from the Galactic Federation, he still needs to discern what truly they are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that you speak to those that speak from their heart chakra, as I think they call it in the 3D, like the heart, the purity. And yes, I know there are beings that have negative and positive. You could end up talking to a galactic being that has, 40% negative in him and 60% positive. There are those. But even in that situation, he may be benevolent. He may just be fighting an internal war with his being, his vessel, but he may still add something beneficial to the collective. So you have to discern. Most people think that you're looking at a galactic federation, they're all benevolent beings. Yes, it is benevolent, but again, there are those sometimes that try to hijack. They come into the Galactic Federation and their intentions are not pure. They're there as, with a different agenda, if you will. And so you have to be careful.
Is the Galactic Federation in the fourth dimension?
So they're actually in many different dimensions, not just fourth. There are Galactic Federation agents, if you will, in the 3D. They are here with us in the 3D. It's just that you will not know who they are, but sometimes they're watching. The other day, Esther was near a place and there was a Galactic Federation being watching her. She didn't know, but she felt it in her heart. She felt being watched. They sometimes watch her. She's a very bright.
Is he 80% benevolent at least?
No, that being had 40% negative and 60 benevolent.
Oh.
Just curious. He came up near the car where she was and backed off. He was trying to read her, to read what she was doing, if she was going on some type of mission. He wanted to know whether she had been attuned, whether her body was attuned already. They do like to spy on the starseed.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
And so I'm not surprised at that. Sometimes you are at a light in a car and there's someone that crosses the street and they look at you. It is one of them. So They just want to know what you're up to because you're heavily connected. So they spy on you, they spy on Esther, they spy
Mm.
on Laura, they spy on Laura. They love Laura. They love spying on her all the time. And sometimes you do it remotely. Remotely, they spy on Laura. So
Are you secretly telling me Laura is one of my sisters?
I am not allowed to disclose.
What was that?
I am not allowed to disclose.
I know. It's okay.
You have
I just thought I'd be funny.
you have four, and if you knew of the others, it's not it's not it's not a bad thing. But the issue is that through this transmission, they're listening, and then they will have it.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna have to come up with our own code words in meditation, huh?
And if they have it, and then they have to, because they know, they spy, because they know. See what happened in Atlantis, and now those beings from Atlantis. There's a connection between then and now, and so when everything activates, it, it's almost like an organic weapon. It's being literally. It's almost like an attunement. So when a human being gets attuned, it's like their light is brighter. It's like, and when those lights that are attuned get together, it's so much brighter. It's like a beacon.
Beautiful.
And then they're looking, why are they together? And then they're looking, what are they going to do together? See, that is what they're looking for. So when you get together with your sisters and you're all attuned, and they get scared because they think, okay, they if you're together and you know what you're doing and you end up for doing a purpose together, an intention together,
Yes.
they get very nervous because they know you could do a lot together. See, this is why they want you apart. And
Yes.
many of the the whole thing with the languages, I mean, this is even in some of your ancient scriptures where they talked about how everyone had different languages and different things. They always about to divide and conquer in everything they do. Your language is everything. But if you as individuals just put your egos aside and come together, then nothing will be able to stop you. Because the thing is that timelines, they move. Yes, they move. But when you have a group of women that were in Atlantis and come together and do everything, what happens is timelines move even faster. They start rippling into the metaverse. And so even this transmission is helping the
Yes.
metaverse. It's rippling out because I'm telling you from another dimension, from a higher dimension, pulling it into this 3D dimension. And I'm giving you all of the alchemy to help you press forward. And so you will be with your sister. It's not a question of how, it's a question of when.
Right.
You'll be with them.
So Valor, I know it's 1:13 now, but 1:11 just passed. I was wondering, can all of us together just send love to Gaia right now? I just like to send like a ripple of love out to the Gaia and the collective. Will you do that with me and Ananda and Dara there and your sister and brother? Just so we can show them like we stay on strong and I'm never going to give up.
Yeah. Yeah. And Gaia, thank you. She says thank you. She's just so grateful. And she says she can't wait to you're with your sisters together. That is going to be a big beacon. Just being together. It's like a crackling fire. that consumes. This is just being together with your sisters. Being. And she said, if you start alchemizing together, there's nothing that can stop you. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I think she's only about 4 or 5 hours away from me, so I might have to take a road trip soon.
Yeah.
In my dimension, go see my sister. Is what I'm saying.
But,
beautiful.
But I tell you that there will come a time when you will be with all of your sisters in the room.
Yes.
All of them. And it's going to be amazing because you're going to feel the energy through your palms, holding hands. You're going to feel it. And it's going to be amazing. And it's not like when people hold hands in Rora's retreat. It's different because you all were in Atlantis. So it's a different type of energy you're going to feel. And if it's done proper during a specific gate in a specific vortex, oh, then the other side is going to be crackling with anger. They see you. But it's going to be good for the collective. So, and this is what they don't want. They don't want people to activate. When the high priest gets together, all the high priestesses and all of the people that were in Atlantis are in one place. It's such a game changer for the entire collective. And things that were supposed to happen 5 years from now are all of a sudden happening in 1 year from now, or maybe 6 months from now. What happens is you start jumping the timeline and it starts quickening, and they don't want that. They're trying to delay everything. Okay, so that's another thing. And time is not what people think it is. Time is not like linear, only one way. You can go back and forth, you know? And so really there is no time. It's just something that is important so that you guys can all meet each other. But the concept of time just doesn't exist. And
beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I appreciate every bit of information that you give us, and I appreciate you so much, and I love you. I just have to just say this because it's such an honor to be able to speak with you and for you to just give us so much information to help and share that with the collective. I feel like the time is now for all this. So I just am so grateful for you speaking with us today.
yeah,
in this time that we're speaking of.
It's an honor to speak to you. And, you know, when we're speaking to you and through Esther, and we're very grateful because we see the signature of source in you. We see this light. We see it in you. And so we're so grateful. It's such a joy. And there should be more of this so that the collective can heal. They should hear this. Not everything, unfortunately, is to be shared, but there are good parts that they should know. They should know that they're a hybrid being. And I kid you not, I'm sure someone is going to start making or creating from here into your 3D. And so I always tell people, you know, when I do get to speak to others, is to make sure that, you know, you let the collective understand that now it's a metaverse, right? So there's many multiple realities happening all at the same time. But that there is also a lot of beings that are benevolent. Don't get discouraged by your 3D life, you know, because it's the density. You have to understand that there's kind of like a heaviness to it. But there are ways to lessen the heaviness with crystals and with sacred alchemy and with, certain tools. And I know that the 3D doesn't take this seriously. There's a lot of people that think that it's fantasy or imagination, or they don't think it's real. It's all real. It's all very real. It's just that they don't understand all the alchemy that is being done to them. Even the food that they eat has symbols, and they are being tricked and into eating more excessively to make their bodies more bigger. And it's very important that you eat food that doesn't have symbols on it. So just be careful. I think Esther told you one time about an Oreo cookie or something called an Oreo cookie in your 3D realm.
Yes,
Yeah.
something about that.
So that's the other side. There is a dark lodge. They like to add craft, which is dark alchemy, into the food. So eat food from natural sources that you have to transmute through the fire and the cooking, what you call cooking there, and not things that are too manufactured or pre-done by them, because they've already added alchemy to it, and their alchemy is not benevolent for your body. And so you may think I'm eating something and it's not going to do anything and it tastes good, but your body is a crystalline matrix. So when it goes into your body, it's read, it reads it. Your body is sentient. So it's going to read it and decipher it. And it's going to take instruction from it. And so I would much rather get instruction from Gaia than from them. I don't want to give them any help or access to my temple, my inner temple in my body.
Yes.
But that's the only advice I can give you as far as the food. The food is very deceiving. Sometimes there's social pressure to eat a certain way or certain things. Don't succumb to that. Be different and be bold.
Breakfast all day?
It's food from Gaia, like apples and all these fruit that grows from the vine is way more healthier than fruit that grows in the ground. They've been adding a lot of things to the ground, but it's fine. You could eat it. It's just you have to be careful what you select. Even the food from the ground, they try to add all kinds of things. There is options for organic in your realm, and always choose your organic foods that are better for you at the cellular level. Just remember that your organism is a very intelligent organism. And it's not just eating and digesting, it's also reading the codes in the food. It's also taking the light from the food. So when you're eating an apple, for example, you're not eating the apple. You're eating the light source that's in the apple that was grabbed from the sun. And so when you're doing your shields in the morning, I highly recommend you eat from the sun as opposed to getting secondary sources. It's an additional nutrition for you because you are a being of light. So most people don't want to look at the sun when it's rising. Look at the sun. The sun wants you to look at it. It wants to give you a gift. When you look at the sun, it is a way of eating the sun. It's not forever. Once the sun raises all the way up, I wouldn't advise looking at it. But when it's rising, it's like a candle. It won't hurt your eyes. but it will transmute energy through your third eye, and you'll feel heat on your third eye, like a burning, like a heaviness. That heaviness is your matrix taking in energy. And you can do this indoors as well as outdoors. Outdoors is better, but you can still take in energy. And this will also reduce the hunger. It is a type of feeding, because you are a being of light. You can eat the sun. The sun is light.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Sounds good to me. Well, Balor, I thank you so much for everything that you have shared with us today, for the collective, all the wisdom from the deepest parts of my heart. I'm just so thankful and grateful for this connection today. I hate to let you go. I don't want to say that word, but it's these experiences are so beautiful that, you know, sometimes I wish we weren't in the 3D where time has to stop. I could just talk to you forever, but unfortunately I can't. So I just want to say thank you. And sorry, I'm being silly. I'm just a lot like your sister, I guess.
It's okay. I would call Andara. We thank you for this opportunity. It is so special to us. We are so grateful to be able to talk to you. Like I said, it's very rare. Not many people get to talk to us. The last time we've talked to someone was actually 3 eons ago. We don't talk to people. We just don't do it. But for Esther, we wanted to say hello. She has a very special part of us. And you also have memories of us, but you don't remember us. And it's okay. You will one day. You used to play with us as well, just like Esther. So we just want to make sure we do come during this time, because the collective is awakening. And we couldn't help ourselves not talking, guys.
Well, I would like to think when you get around our energy, you just can't help yourself but to be joyful and chatty.
And Laura says thank you too, because maybe another time he'll talk. He's the shyer one than our family. He's way more shy.
Yes. Well, if Andara can give you all hugs and kisses from me as well, I love you dearly. Thank you. So at this time, Andara, is this a good time to talk to your higher self?
Yes.
Okay. Well, at this time, I'd like to leave that scene now